hello. How's it going, people? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Tomorrow evening, Arsenal are facing Brentford in another Premier League clash where we must bounce back. After the performance we had against Chelsea, we need to bounce back. We need a win, especially looking at the scores. Haaland just scored. Manchester City are 1-0 up. Just as soon as I take Haaland out of my fancy Premier League team, he scores, of course, as always. But they are only 2 points behind us. So tomorrow, quite a bit is on the line, which means the game also against Villa is going to carry some extra weight. Let's be real. Let's not kid about that. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting talk about today. We must bounce back. The questions are the injuries, what's going to happen, when everything is going to come back, when will Gyokeres start, because he played. So we'll see. We'll see. But for today, don't forget to smash the like button. Subscribe if you're new, of course, and leave your thoughts down the live chat below as well. Big up BBK, big up Taran. Hope you're doing well. Smash the likes as you enter, people. Smash the likes. Listen to the legend that is BBK Sports. Smash the likes. Subscribe if you're new. And don't forget to subscribe, of course, to BBK himself as well. Big up Kwaja. Big up. Smash the likes and subscribe, just as Kwaja is saying as well. Big up Hendon. Big up City, 1-0 up. Yeah, Haaland opening the scoring. Yeah, it is painful looking at the table. It is scary. The Sharks are circling very close, to say the least. Let's just put it that way. So we'll see. We'll see how that's going to go, of course. But yeah, 5 likes, people. Keep smashing them with the the U.S. Marine Corps. Hey. Aye, salute. Yeah, Bournemouth, Everton still 0-0. Yeah. Big up Marlon. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything's fine with you too today, my guy. But yeah, Arsenal versus Brentford. It's gonna be a rough one. Brentford are a tough cookie to crack. They are a very good team. They play very decent football as well. But let's be real, we should be beating them. That is the nuts part. We should be beating them. And then also, I'm confident to some extent that we gonna beat them to a certain extent. At the same time, let's be real. We cannot underestimate anyone in this league. And personally, I'm not underestimating Brentford one single bit. Let's just put it that way. It's gonna be a rough one. It's gonna be a tough one with the injuries. Arteta has conducted an interview, of course, before the Brentford game this morning. We have a gander at that one as well. But yeah, Arsenal are in this spot, especially right now, since Man City played before them, aka right now, that they're 1-0 up against Fulham away at the Craven Cottage. And City at the moment are 2 points behind us. It is scary hours. It definitely is scary hours at the moment. And we'll see how that's going to go. Because we need to rise. We need to rise once again. After the last draw we had, we actually went to won some games. Unfortunately, the draw came a bit sooner than we expected, but it is what it is. So maybe we can go on a few games winning streak once again, of course. At the same time, it is scary hours. It is scary hours. Let's be real. It is scary hours. Let's be real. Gyokeres is in training. Gyokeres played last game, so don't even think I hope he starts. Thiago will enjoy playing against Hincapié and Mosquera. Will be interesting to see. Will be definitely interesting to see, especially since Arteta has said that Gabriel is weeks away. Saliba is day to day. Maybe he's gonna play tomorrow. Maybe not. They will have training session today. It will be very interesting to see how that's gonna go. But overall, yeah, as BBK is saying, the Sharks are circling 2-0 Manchester City, people. 2-0 Manchester City. Yeah, it's definitely not looking great. It's not looking great. Man City they are smelling the blood. They are smelling the blood in the war, and they are gunning after us. Yes. It's definitely not great. So Arsenal definitely tomorrow will have Haaland assist and a goal, just as I take him out of my FPL. Of course. Just my luck. Just my goddamn luck. But yeah, it's not looking great. Definitely not looking great. And Dauman, bro. Yeah, Dauman hopefully Dauman gets some minutes. I hope Wanyeri starts. Exactly. I hope Wanyeri, I hope Ranieri plays. I really hope Ranieri plays. Exactly, Camden. I hope Ranieri gets a start. Number 10, left wing, somewhere. I just hope he starts. Don't risk Saliba, exactly. Don't risk Saliba before the Villa game. Don't risk William Saliba before Aston Villa game. If he's not fully fit, don't play him. We should be able to beat them without him. We should be able to beat Brentford without Saliba, with Mosquera and Hincapié as center backs. And after that, we'll see what happens. Will he be ready for the Villa game? Because if we have to weigh our odds, Villa game, we should be getting past Brentford with the team we have, and Villa we can now put in some players in. On top of all that, how much do we rotate against Brentford? Because Brentford are one of those teams that can throw a proper game against everyone. And if they actually hit their stride, they manage to hit it, they hit it on, it's gonna be scary hours. It's definitely gonna be scary hours, and it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be great, and it might get real ugly real quick. Let's be real, people. Let's be real. Don't underestimate Brentford. Don't underestimate Igor Thiago and Shade and other players they have. Let's be real. Reinders scores. Yeah, big game for us tomorrow. 100% Quaja. 100%. As I said, the Sharks are smelling the blood in the war, and it's definitely not looking great. What you going to win in the blood in the war? Yeah, what you gonna do? There are no bad boys. There are no shark busters. There's nothing. You either survive or you basically get eaten alive. One or the other. And we have been at the both ends of the spectrum against Man City. We have been in the war, we have been eaten alive, and we have been also, well, we nearly saved ourselves, but we still got eaten alive. We managed to escape with maybe a scare. Let's just put it that way. Big up Anfield, the Red. Big up. Fulham can't defend for their life. Yeah, Fulham, I don't know what's going on there. Not sure what's going on there. We finally won. Yeah, Liverpool finally won. Who are Liverpool playing, by the way? Over the week, during the week. Liverpool are playing Sunderland at home. The same team, they gonna struggle against them. Anfield somehow has become a home ground for every team that goes to Anfield these days. So we'll see how Sunderland fare against Liverpool. And Isak scored then this near pretty much. What is happening with Fulham? They had everyone big attackers locked up last season and season before themselves, Bournemouth. Yeah, well, with Bournemouth, it's a bit different. Like, Bournemouth have lost literally about, based on the players they lost, let's just put it that way, they lost the left back, 2 center backs. They lost pretty much their core defense. They lost everyone at the back, pretty much. Let's be real, people. So replacing 75% of the defense definitely is not going to be easy, and you can see the issues with that. With Bournemouth, they also are struggling. It was very evident that they're going to struggle. It's very hard to maintain such high level for smaller teams for consecutive seasons. But we'll see how that's going to go. Let's see, because teams, if you're a smaller team and you have one big season, right? Next season, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna drop hard because teams are gonna prepare to play against you tenfold. Nobody's gonna take you as lightly as before. Let's be real. Yeah, Bournemouth still 0-0. City 2-0 up. Yeah, and that Igor Thiago is a menace. Exactly. When Yeri left wing, Gyokeres striker, Madueke right wing. Yeah, give Saka a rest if it's possible. Give Declan Rice a rest. Give Declan Rice a rest, for God's sakes. That guy plays every single game with no breaks. That is absolutely scary hours. Because if he goes down, we might get screwed. Let's be real. Yeah, exactly. Raya, Kelly, White, Hincapié, Mosquera, Norgard, maybe Odegaard, Madueke, Merino, Vanieri. No. We, in my opinion, we should rotate. We should. But not to an extent what you are suggesting that we pretty much change whole 11. Not to that extent. I'm not going to lie. Not to that extent. Skelly in the left 8. You know that as long as Mikel is here, Skelly is not seeing that left 8 spot, just like he cannot see his own ears unless he's looking in the mirror. So let Rice rest. Exactly. Let Declan Rice rest. Exactly. Yeah, Ben White didn't even know what's happening with him. Big up Roy. Man City just 2 points behind us now. We must bear Brentford tomorrow night. Yeah, because we must win tomorrow. just so we ease, let's just put it that way, the pressure for the Villa game, even though there's going to be massive amounts of pressure on the Villa game. But if we drop points tomorrow and City are literally one game behind us, literally like a striking distance, to be honest, for City, even 5 points is a striking distance, let's be real. It could definitely set Arsenal the wrong way. And that is for me the biggest worry, because when the going gets tough, our team folds, and that is still not, they still have not risen over that. Rice plays too much. Odago, without shadow of a doubt. He plays for Arsenal everywhere. He plays for England. He plays for all the teams. Visa, Norgard. Okay, not maybe Norgard, although for Norgard for Denver was fantastic. Visa, Buemo. Yeah, they have lost also very big players, and that's for Brentford, but it doesn't mean anything. Zubendi in the sixth, the Norgard, he knows how Brentford plays. He can break them down. You would think that. You would think that, but if you catch on a counter against Shade, Gortiago, and all these men, Norgard tracking back, you might as well not track back at all. He actually is even slower than Granit Xhaka in the midfield, and that is saying a lot how slow he is. Let's be real, because in Xhaka's best season he had, the last season before he went, I actually saw Granit Xhaka outpace a midfielder. And I celebrated that like a goal. Seriously, I kid you not. I celebrated like that like a goal, because for the previous 4 or 5 years, I have seen him basically being outpaced by a snail, by a turtle, by a 90-year-old grandma walking backwards. So it was fantastic to see. Yeah, what's a break? As long as they can hop even on one leg, they're going to play. That's what it feels like. It's a must, but will Arsenal do so? Exactly. Will Arsenal do so? Oh, bloody hell. 3-0 City. Yep, yeah. Oh, well, it is done. 3-0 City. This is like, I don't even know how to describe this. I don't even know what to say. Like it's actually kind of wild to think about. Foden, like it's actually, I don't know, game over. Exactly, game over. Why Arsenal cannot do this? Why Arsenal cannot score 3 goals in the first half, put the game to bed already? In second half, cruise control, rotation, subs, and do all that. Why they have to drag out all these games every single time? Because we all know that Arsenal have the attacking capabilities to blitz a team. They have it. We have seen it, even against low blocks to a certain extent. But somehow Arsenal refuse to do so. That is just very scary to think about. Very scary to think about that Arsenal are not doing it. City have won. Yeah, it's already done. Let's be real. Pity Fulham can't play Spurs every week. Well, Spurs are a different breed, though. Spurs are a different gravy. Let's be real. Spurs are a different gravy. Fulham about to score. Holy crap. Fulham on the comeback. Fulham remontada is on. 3-1 Fulham. Holy moly. Remontada from Fulham. Come on, people. You see, this City have won, and game over, man. Game over. Like, ooh, Fulham have scored. Holy moly. Smith Rowe has scored against City. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. Emil Smith Rowe, people. Take a bow, son. Take a bow. Emil Smith Rowe makes it 1-3. Well, Fulham at this stage, let's be real. Yeah, the Fulham hope 2 goals in the second half might happen. Bournemouth are about to score as well. Let me check that one out quickly. Yeah, Bournemouth 1-0. Yeah, Bournemouth 1-0 as well. Because Mikel is our. Although we have seen Arteta go and blitz teams and then just see out the game, why cannot we do that anymore? For me, that's the issue with the balance of the team. That is the issue with the balance of the team for me. Arteta needs to find the ideal balance, and he just cannot do it. Our midfield is unbalanced as well. On top of that, we play very unbalanced, which is a very big worry. Very big worry. So yeah, It's gonna be very interesting. But yeah, it's gonna be a rough one, to say the least. And we barely even could score against them every time we play against them in Bournemouth. Yeah, those are the issues there as well. Yeah, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. Like it's gonna be rough. But yeah, let's look at some words from some words of encouragement from the gaffer. Let's just look what he had to say today. Yeah, let's see what the gaffer had to say before the game, because we need to check this. We need to see. We need to look at this. Where is it? Super duper Mick, look at that beautiful face. Look at that beautiful face. Oh, Bournemouth goal offside, never mind. But look at that beautiful face. Look at that beautiful face. Big up Eros. Mikel music in the building. DC United fan. Still worse than most teams, let's be real. But we'll see how that's gonna go. Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be real. But yeah, look at that beautiful smile from Mikel Arteta. Don't you just love it? Look at the jawline, the perfect hair, the eyebrows on fleek, like two slugs on the face and all this stuff. Isn't he just beautiful? Look at that beautiful man. Ugh. Anyways, this press conference was an absolute disgrace, from the questions asked to the responses from this politician. I haven't read it fully. I need to see this. I need to see this. Give me a sec. I need to check something quickly. Yeah. Let's check this. Let's see what Mikel Arteta had to say. Let's see. What do you mean, zesty? You are a DC United fan. You should know about all this stuff. Anyways, Mikel has given an update on the fitness of the squad. Strap in, boys. Pause. Anyways, on the latest injury news, I'm not going to be able to help you much today because we have another training session later on. Until that happens, we won't know what's going to happen with the doubts that we have. Oh, what a pity. On the latest on William Saliba, he had a little knock, so I think it's going to be a matter of days. So let's see if he's able to be there tomorrow. On the latest on Leandro Trossard, matter of days as well. On the latest on Kai Havertz, matter of weeks. Let's see how it evolves in the next few weeks. He's doing really well. He's doing stuff on the pitch, but I think he needs some time. On the latest on Gabriel Magalhaes, Big Gabby is doing very well as well, but that's weeks as well. On facing Brentford, that's an opportunity tomorrow on half 8 p.m., half past 7 p.m. Everybody, 7:30 p.m. kickoff to be at the Emirates, bouncing, putting energy to win the game. Bounce, 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 bounce. That's the opportunity that we have tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Like animals, everybody at the Emirates to go again and beat Brentford. It's vital. It's massive. On the motivation for us, our motivation comes from preparation and how we prepare for every game to try to beat better than the opposition, where we are in the league and what we are doing. I don't think we need any more motivation than that. I guess it is what it is. The issue about this is, though, the motivation and preparation for the Chelsea game was not that good. On resting the players, an important topic, a vital topic. Let's see how the answer evolves. We try to manage every case, every individual in relation to how they feel in the context of the matches. Don't forget, context is really important, people, in everyday life, and especially when you talk about the Arsenal Football Club. Adjust with the only purpose to have the best options on the best pitch on the better than the opponent. That's it. On whether there will be an opportunity for Benny Blanco. There is an opportunity for everybody, as I said. On facing the physical challenge. Well, the physicality comes from different areas in relation to the pitch. But I think every game that we play, when you look at the intensity in the Premier League against any opponent, what is needed is incredible. Brentford bring different threats, different challenges. And as we all know, and you need to dominate that if you want to win the game. On whether we are seeing more time wasting. The game evolves. The rules evolve. And that's going to be constant. And you look in the Premier League now. How many minutes are we playing? The actual effective time that we are playing. The effective time that we played on Sunday. There are a lot of things to look at and, of course, evolve. So, goalkeepers going down is an example. But there are many other constantly evolve. The game and the rules have to be evolving because everybody tries to take an edge. On understanding the frustration. Yes, especially when you are on the other side. On whether Declan Rice exceeded expectations after signing. I think he's very close to what we believed that he could bring to the club, to the team, and the way he could grow, personally as well. I think he fully deserves it. I think he's been incredibly consistent throughout the last 2 years. Last season again. In big matches, in big moments, he's stepping up, which is a massive thing. You want to fulfill that role at a big club, and I am delighted that he got it. Whether he expected Mikel Merino could become a striker like this? Well, as a striker, most certainly not. But that's the thing as well, that you learn when you sign a player. I knew that he could offer much more than he had. And especially after I met him for the first time, because a player that has that amount of curiosity and the amount of questions that he asked, how willing he is to learn constantly, the way he loves his profession and football, it's difficult to put limits to that because when someone wants to grow every single day, is that determined, is that hungry to win and evolve and to be part of something, that's very powerful. And Mikel certainly has that. On why he signed Christian Norgard. Not gonna lie, not even God knows. What I saw on the pitch and then everything that I heard about him as a leader. Oh my God, he is a leader. Well, F me then. And the role that he can fulfill and the role that he was going to have here, the moment I picked up the phone and spoke to him, he was super excited to join us. Hell, who wouldn't be? He brings something that we don't have in the squad. Age. And I'm very happy to have him on David Raya. Amazing goalkeeper. On whether he has been the best signing he's made, it's very difficult to say. Whether we will see goals from open play. What the fuck are these questions? How do any of these questions relate to the Brentford game? What do you think about Declan Rice? What do you think about David Raya? Will we see goals from open play? Do you think the rules need to change? And all this stuff. Like, what the hell is all this about? And whether the supporters could be any more positive towards them. You can always be more positive, especially when you play a different type of game. That's where you have to lift the standards. The team, the fans, and ourselves as well, with the way we're going to play tomorrow, to lift everybody and make sure that we produce the same energy, atmosphere, and positivity around the place. Blah, 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 blah. On injuries being a theme of the season. See, excuses already in the making, so I'm not going to get into that. Well, last season preparing him for this season. Okay, on Kai Havertz suffering a setback. Bloody hell. On Declan Rice being a lighthouse. Oh, for fuck's sake, what are these questions, man? on what he learned from a big week. Well, starting from Spain, blah blah blah. On whether team will copy Chelsea and Sunderland's aggression against Arsenal. Well, they should if they want to beat us. On how he prepares during this busy period. On whether he sees fixtures as blocks of games. Well, it's not Legos, you morons. On William Saliba's injuries being random. Well, the ankle one, that was really random and a very unlucky action that kept him out for a few weeks. He tried at Anfield. He wasn't comfortable. No, he didn't try. You said he has to play. You didn't make the decision to take him off. That's on you, you mother effer. Have to stay away on as well. It's bizarre, but very hopefully this will be a matter of days. Oh, fucking hell. Literally, there were about 30 questions, and maybe 5 of them were about the game. Rest of them were literally about bum scratching. Like, seriously, what the hell was that all about? What the hell was that all about? I don't want to see Ben White play many positions, let's just put it that way. He needs to tell himself that. We have a striker. Yeah, we do. That's the thing. Merino ain't no striker. He's a midfielder. And not even there he does a great job. Let's be real. So any AGA stuff gotta chill out. Merino is getting more glaze. Yeah, he is. Big up, Fusion, big up. Thanks. I have a job interview tomorrow, so had to get a trim, had to have a shave and everything. Like, had to do that. Unrelated topic, by the way. I cut the hair myself. I'm my own barber. Ideal. Rest him. Yeah, Declan, rest them lot. Let's rest all of them. Let's be real. We need to rest these men. Because overall, this is just insane. It's insane, to say the least. But yeah. Am I worried about Brentford? A tiny bit, I'm not gonna lie. Playing against Brentford, it's not easy. It's not going to be easy. They will try to make things physically very rough for us, just like Sunderland did, Villa does, Newcastle does. Most of the teams do that. Basically, any team that has had a chance to beat us this season have played against us very physically and very aggressively. Same happened last year and the year before 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 and even in the Wenger days. That is one of the biggest things that Arsenal somehow haven't addressed still to this day. And that is one of the biggest things and biggest blueprints how Arsenal gets sometimes well done over. Let's just put it that way. Because that is the only way how certain teams can actually get something against us. Especially away games when we play against them in a way. That is one of the biggest things, let's be real. So we'll see how that goes. Definitely going to see how that goes, but definitely it's not great. It's not great at all, to say the least. But yeah, people, we need to do this. We need to do this. The starting 11. Let's see what we can do about this. Let's see what we can do about this. Predicted starting 11 for the game. What we would like to see for the game. Let's just put it that way. Who do we want to see to play against Brentford? Come on, people. Let's do this. Arsenal versus Brentford starting 11 predictions. Starting 11 predictions. Like, I'm going to go with Raya in goal. Kind of have to. Let's be real. Raya in goal. Let's be real. Well, based on the answers, based on the crap, if Saliba is not 100%, I don't want to see him on the pitch. Right? Would this be a good back four? Would this be a good back four for the game, people? Arteta only rotates and the players break down. Yeah. He doesn't recognize the red zone and, well, he runs them into the ground. He just basically waits till players break, as you're saying. He just sits there, waits, and when it happens, well, he figures stuff out afterwards. Well, let's be real. Like, that is the biggest thing. Arteta buys all these players. Half of them almost never get used. And then he has academy graduates who are better than most of the players we have. And they still don't get signed. That is the nuts part. Against Brentford, yeah, I think so. None. What? So let me get this straight. You gonna genetically clone Ben White so he can play right center back and right back. So that's what you're suggesting right now. Because I don't want to see Timber near this game at the moment. Like, give him a rest as well. That guy plays every single game non-stop. Because the way you're suggesting this, Ben White is going to play right center back and right back. So you're going to genetically clone Ben White. That's too much Ben 10 for one team, I'm not going to lie. Just putting it out there. Just putting it out there. Just putting it out there for a change. But yeah, midfield is going to be an interesting one. Midfield is going to be an interesting one because I don't know how this will go. How this will go. You just know that this is going to happen, right? At some point. You just know that this is going to happen at some point. No, just right back. No experiments and no Timber for this game. As a sub in like 70th, 80th, okay, no Timber starting. I want him to get a rest as well. Because if we will have to rely on Ben White for, let's just say, 2 months because Timber has been run into the ground and he has like a muscle injury or something like that, I will lose my marbles. I'm already telling you that now. I don't want to see Timber near this game to a certain extent. So yeah. Do you think this is a possibility? Do you think... Wait, sorry, I didn't put in there. Marinos, Vimendi. Let's just put it. Let's just put him in. Do you think this could be a possibility for tomorrow? Could this be a possibility tomorrow? Yeah, Newcastle 0-0, Bournemouth, Everton 0-0, Fulham 3-1 down to, well, City. Could this be a possibility tomorrow? Would you be okay with this starting 11 tomorrow? Let me put it this way. Would you be okay with this style of starting 11 tomorrow? Would you be okay with that? Because I would not be against it. Yes, maybe 1 or 2 changes, but overall, I don't think it's bad. I genuinely don't think it's that bad. Hincapié Mosquera, White Skelly, Odegaard, Norgard Merino, Vanieri, Gyokeres, and Madueke. I think Declan will start tomorrow. That is the other thing. Like, personally, I don't want to see Declan near this game. But you just know that Mikel is going to try and squeeze him into the team. Just like he's going to try to do with some other starting players. Like, 4-1 Man City. 4-1 Manchester City, by the way. But ultimately, for me, the issue with this is Declan Rice has played every single game for like 2 weeks straight. And that's literally with games in midweek. And I don't want to do that to him. I want him to have a rest. I want him to have a rest. Exactly. That is the other thing. That's how Arteta thinks about this midfield. That would be possibly with a sensible manager, but we all know that Arteta is not a sensible manager. You play until you break. Yeah. So basically, you could see few changes, but most likely Saka is going to start. Maybe Madueke left wing, Gyokeres up top, Odegaard in the 10, Rice, Zubimendi. You most likely going to see them, which is the worrying issue. Sharks are circling. Yes, Sharks are circling. 4-1 Man City, and Foden has scored another goal. Haaland with another assist. It's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good, bros. It might be a bit rough, I'm not gonna lie. It might be getting real bad real quick. Let's just put it that way. It might be looking real bad real. Got Foden. I had Haaland in my FPL, but I took him out. So I'm very happy about that. Fuck's sake. Haaland has a goal and 2 assists today, so that definitely is going to be fantastic. The one time I take Haaland out of the team, he actually does something. Just my luck. Just my luck. Let's just put it that way. Let's just put it that way. It's not great. It's definitely not great. Lewandowski's guy is a penalty for Barcelona in other news. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, the physical game is going to be definitely happening. We all know that Odegaard is a lightweight, so it's going to be a me. Norgard maybe could throw a challenge there. Hincapié Mosquera definitely will. Gyokeres will, without shadow of a doubt. Skelly and Madueke, so to speak, have the technical abilities to get around the physicality issues. Merino, White, Skelly will be interesting to see how that happens in this. Let's just put it that way. Let's just put it that way. We'll see how this is going to go. We'll see how this is going to go. But yeah, Madueke right wing, Martinelli left wing, rest Saka. Now, why not do this then? Madueke, Vanieri. Play Vanieri. Why is he in the team? Why is Vanieri in the team if he's not playing? Like, that's the nuts part. Yeah, Foden double. Yeah. Big up, Wahaha. Big up. Hope you're doing well. 8th of the season. Freaking hell. Freaking hell. It's not looking good, is it, guys? It's definitely not looking good. One. Okay, let me check this quickly. This may be the worst pen missed over. He's maybe, yeah. Yeah, Martinelli, best option for Martinelli is to be an impact substitution. Martinelli is not a starting left winger for you unless you want a defensive winger, which sounds very insane in the first place. And for our team, the way we play, he's not it. If we played like we played 3 years ago, we could definitely talk about it if he actually had performances and output. But overall, definitely it's not it. Definitely will not be it. So it would be very, very interesting. For me, Martinelli should be coming off the bench as an impact sub at the end of the day. Martinelli should be coming off the bench as an impact sub. Yeah, Manieri is better. Max Dauman, they both are better than very few, than most, of our attackers that we have wingers in the club. And the nuts part is they don't play. They don't play. Which is very, very worrying. Very worrying. The Sauce King. Who is that? That's Saka? With the Saka sauce and all this? Who is the Sauce King? Sauce King. That sounds kind of nuts to say the least, but hey. That's very, very nuts to even think about. Juventus 1-0 up. Oblak saves up. Wait, hold on. What a save by Oblak. What the hell? What is this? Anyhow, Nelly only good in Champions League. To be honest, Martinelli in Champions League has been very crucial for us. Last year and this year as well, which is, I think the open play, the less press and all this stuff that happens in Champions League suits him much, much better. Which also leads me to believe that if Martinelli went to another league, he actually might be better. He might be much better there. Jesus is back though. So what does that even do for us? That guy, I swear to God, Jesus is running on the pitch. Declan Rice is gonna sneeze next to him, and instantly his kneecap is gonna give out. Like, what is it even that? Labwakar. How do you do? Kateriat. I just put it that way. How do you do? But yeah, 5-1 Man City. 5-1 Manchester City. Oh my God. 5-1 Manchester City. It's definitely not looking great. No one gives crap bombs. That's rude because I care about him. I'm not gonna lie. I care about him. He's not bad. He's definitely not bad as you portray him to be. It's just an issue with his fitness. Yeah, we are not winning the league. Dude, it's not looking great for Fulham, is it? 5-1. 5-1 Man City. Who scored? Foden hat-trick? Doku scored now. Holy moly. Everyone's scoring for fun for Man City. Haaland goal, 2 assists. Foden 2 goals. Reinders a goal. Doku goal and an assist. Like, what? It's not looking great. It's not looking great at all. Let's just put it that way. Wait, what? What happened? Why is Eros laughing again? Yeah, Doku, if we can beat certain teams, maybe we can not lose more than 4 games. Like, that is the thing. Looking at the teams we have to play from this point on, starting with Brentford, till the end of the year, which includes Everton away, Wolves at home, Brentford at home, Club Brugge away, Villa at home, Villa away, Villa at home, and somebody else, I forgot who. We should be winning all of those games. I'm just putting it out there. We should be winning all of those games. Will we win all of those games? No. I already can tell you that much. But hey, it's nice to fantasize about. But let's see how the situation evolves. Yeah, big up abs. Big up abs. Hope you're doing well today, my bro. And yeah, the Sharks are coming. The Sharks are coming. 5-1 Man City. It's not looking good, bruv. 2 points ahead behind us. If we cannot afford to even draw, because if we draw tomorrow and we don't get a result against Villa, City are gonna eat us alive instantly. They are already eating us alive to a certain degree. They are applying the pressure, and this game against Brentford that should not have the pressure on as much as it is already, it has pressure cooker settings right now. Pressure makes diamonds at the end of the day. Either you'll get a diamond or it turns into just some coal at the end of the day. And knowing Arsenal, how it has happened before, it actually might turn into coal. This is the biggest worry now. Yes, there was pressure on the Brentford game, right? After the hard week we had and the rotation and injuries and all this stuff, mentally drained and whatever you want to say, right? But right now, with the draw against Chelsea, this game is 10 times more important right now, which is the biggest worry of them all. And don't forget, people, subscribe to Abs, subscribe to Waffle Dawn, show him some love. Show him some love, people. Top guy and top content. Lineup for Brentford? Why not? We have to rotate, right? But like, we have to rotate. I want to see some rotation. Ironically enough, I don't want to see too heavy of a rotation, but I want to see some rotation. But I don't want, like, if we don't rotate, we are basically setting up ourselves to basically self-destruction mode. Because if we play the same 11 we played against Spurs and Bayern and Chelsea, and now 2 days later against Brentford, we basically are shooting ourselves in the foot. That's what it is. So we have to rotate, rest players, do something at a certain stage. And Brentford at home at this instance is the most opportunistic moment to do so before away game against Villa and away game against Club Brugge. This is the most opportunistic moment when we can do it. Yeah, Fulham remontada is happening once again. Ironically enough, only Arsenal players can score, ex-Arsenal players can score against City. The mentality monsters. Fulham Arsenal players are the mentality monsters. Who are they? Emil Smith-Rowe and Iwobi. Mentality monsters. Good goal by Doku Holikam. 13 likes, people. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. City attack is like it's scary. Well, at least Spurs are still. Like, don't compare us to Spurs. It's Spurs. Nobody cares about them. They are not our rivals. They are not our opponents. They are not going for the league. They are maybe going to get top 6. Maybe. So don't even want to indulge that conversation. Let's just put it that way. Big up, Cooper. Big up. I don't know if we rotate. I would rest everyone for... Yeah, I would. Before Villa away at Villa Park, I would rest players. Only places we cannot afford technically to rest are center backs. Well, and goalkeeper, but that's a different story. So I would rotate. I definitely would. Remontada, yeah. The Fulham remontada is happening, people. Fact, Arteta is the... Yeah, but Arteta isn't the right manager to rotate. Yeah, that is the sad part. That is the biggest worry in all of this. That is the only... Arteta, the lineup is not going to happen. Yeah, I know. I'm fully already mentally preparing myself. Tomorrow, hour before the game, 11 drops. You will see Saka, Declan Rice, and all these men. You will see all of them. And that is the sad part. I would have Dauman start versus Brentford. I can see the reasons why, but I don't think so. I would love for Dauman to play, but playing Madueke or Wanjeri are far more realistic than Dauman. An ideal scenario, right? Wanjeri goes into 10, Dauman goes on the right wing, or Dauman goes into 10, Wanjeri goes into right wing. That's the ideal scenario. But since Arteta has gone his golden boy Odegaard back, right? He's gonna play. Let's be real, he's gonna play. We will be lucky if he doesn't start. Most likely it's either Odegaard who's gonna start or Eze is gonna start. And then after about 10 minutes into second half, Odegaard is gonna come on for Eze. Best case scenario. That is the biggest thing. That is a big worry. Norgard, hell no. Well, he has to play at some point. Again, that is the thing. We want rotation, right? We want players to rotate. We want Arteta to rotate the players, right? Let's just say he rotates the players. But half of the players that we are rotating with, whole chat is saying, hell no. That is the nuts part. Odegaard, get him out. Norgard, get him out. Ben White, he's not it. Havertz would be there. Havertz, hell no, not him again. Let's be real. It's impossible situation to a certain degree. Let's be real. We will never be happy until we win stuff, but this is already going to a next degree. If it comes down to doing the right thing, Arteta isn't the guy. Unfortunately, we all know this, yeah. He basically is going to play all of these guys as long as he can until they get injured, shit hits the fan, and let's see what sticks then. That is the issue. Yeah, Fulham 2-5, Iwobi. Another ex-Arsenal player scores against City. Somehow only ex-Arsenal players can do that. But yeah. By the way, predictions for tomorrow's game. I am going... Well, saying that, I'm going 3-1 Arsenal. For tomorrow's game, I am going 3-1 Arsenal. We're going to score 3 goals somehow, and they're going to score 1 at some point. Whether it will be the first or the second, we'll see. But they will score at some point. So I think the game is going to finish 3-1. I'm going 3-1 Arsenal, win at Emirates. Might not be the best of games, the easiest of games, the lightest of games, but it's definitely going to be. It might be something like that. Let's just put it that way. So let me know what you think in the chat, by the way. Predictions for the game. Predictions for the game, people. Predictions. Imagine Tony Adams in the squad. I would love to see that happen. Dude, anyone of ex-Arsenal legends that actually could throw a punch and all this stuff like Vieira, the Tony Adams, and all these guys who didn't give a fuck. They didn't like you. They didn't like that you sprinted back or you sprinted back too much or something. They just go up to you and just, what are you doing on the pitch and all this stuff. I hope more, yeah. I really hope Arsenal win. See, Eros is laughing again. I don't know what he's on in Washington, but it's something unique. It's really hard to pick a score without knowing our lineup, of course. But I'm just going to go 3-1 in all ways, shapes, and forms. I hope that. I hope for that. I hope for 3-1. Something in those lines. I think we're going to score like that is to a certain degree inevitable, but the question is how much and how much we will concede. Yeah, my heart is 3-1, but my head is 1-1. That is the thing. I'm saying 3-1 as an Arsenal fan. If I was a neutral and watching this game, I most likely would say 1-1 or 2-1 Arsenal, something like that. But the Arsenal fan in me looking at that, we will score some goals, most likely. It's at the Emirates. We need to bounce back after the Chelsea embarrassment and all this stuff to a certain degree. I'm going 3-1 Arsenal. I think players might be up to it, especially if some of the players that don't play too much, especially if the youngsters play, who will be eager to get on the pitch, on the ball, to prove themselves. I think there could be something unique in that. There might be something unique in that happening 100%. 2-0 Arsenal. I see. Get bare medical staff. I don't even know what's like the injuries go like it's like there are 3 layers of injuries basically at Arsenal. The training ground, the training regime, and the medical staff. All 3 levels are malfunctioning to a certain degree. Like, I don't get it. That is the nuts part. Havertz got injured in Dubai in light training, which actually was a heavy training. Like, I don't get it. It's the car park training ground. It's the training regime, the intensity, because every single player who comes to Arsenal said that they are shocked how intense Arteta's training regime is. And then, of course, then there's medical stuff. It's all of them. All 3 of them. All 3 of those layers are worrying to a big degree. The only way to get rid of Kroenkes is us getting relegated. Wait, let me think. Kroenkes. Well, if Arsenal finish, to be honest, cannot even finish outside of Europe these days, to be honest, with the team we have. Like, I don't even know what would make Kroenkes sell Arsenal. What would make Kroenkes sell Arsenal unless someone pays insanely over the odds? I don't even think we could sell him. 3-1 Arsenal. I think so too, Kwaja. Let's just put it that way. I think so too. I'm looking at the same result. 3-1 at the moment. Are they doing Navy SEAL Hell Weekend? They're doing this. They're not just doing it like a week. They're doing this daily or every other day. What's the training regime, even how it exists? They're doing this weekly. It's not happening once a month or once a year. It's happening weekly, what it feels like, somehow. Let's just put it that way. It's actually quite worrisome, to say the least, because it's the same issues over and over and over again. And how comes most of the injuries we tend to get in the recent times, most of them are, ironically enough, muscular injuries. Like, there has to be something to it. There just has to be something to it. It cannot be. It can't be a coincidence. Cannot be a coincidence. Let's be real. Oh, wild stat of the day, people. Wild stat of the day, people. And this is actually nuts if this is true. Can anyone confirm this to me or not, if it's true or not? But today against Fulham, Haaland was caught offside for the first time in a Premier League away game since August 2023. Holy crap. It took him almost 2.5 years to get caught offside. No pun intended. How is this even a thing? If this is true, that is some wild stat, to say the least. When I read biography about Wenger, he talked about training. He said people need rest to play better. I guess Arteta doesn't listen to that. And our team also doesn't have a captain like Tony Adams, who will go into the manager's office and say, we are not training today. We are all in the red zone. We are tired. We are drained. We need more time to recover, to rest, to recuperate energy mentally and physically. We don't have that. We just have, yes, sir, you need to run, I will run you. You need to walk me through coals, I will walk through coals. You need me to shave my eyebrows, I will shave my eyebrows. You need to chew rocks for dinner, I will chew rocks for dinner, and all this stuff. What's the result of that behind the closed doors friendly match between Arsenal and Man United? Isn't that like December 8th or something like that? When is that game? It's on December 6th. It's on the December 6th. It's on Saturday, the day when we play against Aston Villa. It's that day when we have that friendly. Let's just put it. It's the same day when the friendly is happening. The same day we play Villa. Sorry, that's the day when friendly is happening. Human beings, exactly. Arsenal are one of the richest clubs in the world. Yeah, Cronkies are making massive amounts of money. No reason for Cronkies to sell 2 words merge drop. Yeah, at the end of the day, yeah. It's all about the money, money, money. You can still train and not get everyone injured. You can recovery work and tactical work. Yeah, true. You can. Yeah, you can, but we'll see. We'll see. Now, give me 1 second. Literally, give me 1 second. Sorry, Mrs. needed some help. Mrs. needed some help. Yeah, and you can try not get everyone injured. Maybe also check the car park training ground. I gotta go get my Dara. Big up. Have a nice sandwich or Dara as well. Big up, Cooper. Oh, freaking yes. Yeah, exactly. Newcastle versus Spurs. Well, like, what did you expect? Goal fest there. What did you expect? A goal fest handed. Spurs versus Newcastle. What did you expect? Like 50 goals? Like, come on, man. But yeah, it's actually kind of insane. But ultimately, yeah, tomorrow it's going to be interesting. What's even more nuts on Saturday, obviously, we're going to talk about the Villa game later on during the week. But on Saturday, we have early kickoff, 12:30 kickoff. It's going to be hell. We don't do well in early kickoffs. And it's going to be at Villa Park against Emery and all them, man. It's going to be rough as well. So tomorrow is very pivotal for us to get a result. Especially with looking at City right now, how they are smacking everyone around. Oh, by everyone at the moment, obviously, I mean, what's its face? Fulham. Oh, Fulham about to score. Holy crap. Fulham are about to score. Well, they have scored. Oh, big up, Cooper. Big up for the membership. We have a new member in the Latvian squad. Big up, Cooper. Big up to you, my guy. Much love. I expected better from Newcastle as they are at home. True, but hey, let's be real. Spurs park the bus, play on counters, so at some point they're gonna score. At some point. Chukwueze scored for Fulham. Chukwueze made it 3-5. Hey, that Fulham remontada is actually happening. Once again, big up Cooper for the membership. Big up for you. Big up to you, my guy. Bless up. Bless. Let's see how that goes. But yeah. For tomorrow, as I said, I'm expecting I hope we're going to win 3-1. I cannot say expect that, but I hope we're going to win 3-1. It's going to be a tough one. Midweek. After all these games we have had over the last few days, I expect a rotation. We have to rotate because if I see the same 11 pretty much that I saw against Chelsea, Bayern, and Spurs, the stream on Thursday is gonna be hell, to say the least. Big up PW, big up Peter. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Chukwueze, the remontada on Fulham is happening. The Fulham remontada is fully on, people. 2 more goals. Come on, Fulham. Big up, Fulham. Come on, Fulham. Score 2 more goals. Oh, VAR check. Never mind. VAR check on Chukwueze's goal. Could go sour real quick. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I think for today, I'm going to wrap things up, people. I'm going to go relax, chill. Tomorrow, have a job interview. So Fingers crossed. Wish me luck. We'll see how that's gonna go. But for today, yeah, smash the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you are new. Obviously, we are not gonna see each other tomorrow because tomorrow Arsenal play in the evening at the time when I'm usually streaming. So I won't be streaming. Now, that being said, there is going to be a video out tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that one as well. And thank you. Thank you, Ryan. Hope you have a nice day tomorrow too. But for today, I am out. Peace.